Welcome to Penn State's High Tunnel Research Facility. Today, we are going to familiarize you with the parts of a high tunnel, specifically the collars, bows, purlins, trusses, cross braces, hip boards, track, and baseboards. Let's begin with the collars. The collars are used to provide stability and anchor the tunnel structure to the ground. Some high tunnel providers refer to the collars as anchor posts or ground posts. They are metal tubes typically 2 to 3 feet in length with holes drilled through on one end of the pipe. Eventually, bolts will be inserted through these holes to connect to other parts of the structure. Usually 2/3 of the collar is hammered into the ground. This process is repeated for all required collars of the high tunnel. The number of collars differs depending on the length of the tunnel and the span between the collars. Our collars are placed 4 feet apart, however your installation instructions may require different spacing. Next, let's look at the bows. The bows are also known as ribs or hoops. The bows make up the frame of the high tunnel and are inserted into the collars. They are available in a wide variety of sizes depending on the company's options and the grower's needs. Steel is the most common material from which bows are made. There are 2 types of shapes available, gothic or peaked, and round or hooped. A gothic shape is recommended in northern regions as snow is more likely to slide off quickly. Growers are encouraged to make sure the tunnel shape and bow strength is appropriate for their region, as tunnel collapse from snow load or damage from high winds are common and costly problems. Next, let's look at the purlins, trusses, and corner cross braces. The purlins provide structure and support between the bows. Each purlin is made up of multiple pieces depending on the tunnel length and is attached based on installation instructions. Trusses, or cross ties, are attached to the bows to strengthen the tunnel against wind and snow. They are more necessary in wider tunnels where a greater span exists. Generally, they are not used in tunnels that are 17 feet wide or less. However, this may vary depending on the bow strength and the potential snow loads in your area. Both trusses and purlins can be used to assist in crop production within the tunnels. The corner cross braces should be placed as recommended by the installation instructions to keep the tunnel parts square with each other and to prevent the tunnel from shifting in the wind. Next, let's look at the hip boards, track, and baseboards of a high tunnel. The hip boards provide the backing for the metal track used to attach the plastic covering to the tunnel. Please note that the hip boards are optional depending on the type of track being used. Track can only be attached directly to the bows without the hip board if the track base is sufficiently rigid. Track is available in a cap style where the cap is snapped into a base pinching the plastic between them, or in a wired style using wiggle wire or zigzag wire to attach the plastic. Some high tunnel providers have pre-drilled holes in the bows for hip boards and track. If no holes are present, the grower will need to use pipe straps during hip board or track attachment. The hip board or track height determines how far the roll-up sidewalls can be vented. If placed too low, hot air will be trapped in the upper portion of the tunnel and venting will be less effective. This will result in plants and workers that are too warm. The baseboards are wide, thick, and heavy pressure-treated boards attached to the collars to provide a barrier against wind, snow, and small animals. It also further strengthens the structure of the tunnel. They should be attached so the ends of the boards do not meet at the bows, as this makes it possible to ease the installation and reduce the board's warping over time.